Okay, we're starting off with 2 pounds of our lean ground beef in our crock pot, and we're just using our meat masher to get it all separated. Now I got the 96% ground beef, so keep that in mind. We want the least amount of grease when this starts to cook. All right, that looks great. Next, I'm gonna add 1 bag of our coleslaw right into our crock pot. This is gonna be so easy, so delicious. Anyone can make this dinner. Once we get that all flattened out on top of our ground beef, I have my shredded carrots, and we're gonna add a generous amount of our shredded carrots in here. And I know I've been using carrots a lot lately. It's just because I really love them. It's great for your eye health, it's tasty, and it goes well with this style of dish. Now this might seem a little odd, but we're gonna add a little bit of brown sugar to this. Now, if you don't want the extra sugar, you can skip it, but trust me, it's just gonna add the most beautiful caramelized flavor that is just gonna complement everything we have going on here. All right, perfect. And of course, we're gonna add some minced garlic to this. You know I love my garlic, and we're just gonna add a couple scoops of garlic in here. This is a generous dinner size, so we wanna make sure that we add enough garlic for that ground beef. Now this is where the real flavor comes in. We have our tamari sauce. I like this because it's gluten-free, unlike soy sauce, and we are adding a generous amount of this right into our crock pot. Now I did do the less sodium because that's what I prefer, but you can use whatever kind you like. And we're gonna add about half of our bottle in there.
It smells good.
All right, one more thing we're gonna add before we get this cooking is 2 cans of our low sodium beef broth. You can use chicken broth, but I just felt like the beef broth made so much more sense. And this is just going right into our crock pot with all of those delicious flavors. This is gonna help everything kind of just seep down to that ground beef to make sure it gets nice and flavorful. All right, no mixing is necessary. We're gonna pop this on high and let this get cooking. It's been 2 hours on high. I did mix it halfway. We're keeping that baby on high because we're adding something yummy. Oh, so you can tell that the meat is on top because we gave it that midway mix. It's fully cooked and looking good. All right, time to add the special ingredient, and that is our beef ramen. And I have 4 packages of our beef ramen. That's just gonna go right in there. We're not using the little seasoning packets, but we're gonna go ahead and kind of get these nice and tucked into our other ingredients here so they can soften up. But this is gonna be very, very quick. So let's just kind of really push them in. That's as best as I could get it. Now we're gonna put our lid back on for 15 minutes and check out those noodles. All right, it's been 20 minutes with our ramen in there. We can go ahead and turn this off. Woo, this is looking good. All right, let's give it one last stir. You can see that the ramen just cooked beautifully. That's the great thing about the ramen, is that it cooks super fast. Oh, I think I probably could have just done 3 packets of the ramen, but I mean, this is a ramen dish, so it's totally okay that we have some extra noodles. All right, now to finish this off, I do have my chili oil because you know I like it, the heat, and I'm just gonna give this a little mix so that we can get some of that little spice in there. Now this is optional, you can leave it on the side, but my family loves chili oil, so I'm just adding it right in there because this is really gonna complete the dish. Time to try this. Oh, I am so excited. Everything just cooked so perfectly. I've got cabbage in there, so it's a little bit healthy. All right, let's give this a try. Oh my goodness.
Is it good?
So flavorful. Oh yeah. That's a winner.